The Mewat district is located in northern India, about 50 miles south of the Segal Foundation's base in Gurugram. Mewat is a poor, rural agricultural area where the culture and the day-to-day life has not changed much over the years. The main source of water in Mewat is the groundwater, which resides in a shallow, unconfined aquifer that spans the valley. Unfortunately, most of the groundwater in the area is too salty to drink or used for irrigation. However, near the Aravalli Hills, the monsoon rains are able to infiltrate and recharge the groundwater, which creates a narrow freshwater zone. The government, in tandem with local community leaders, previously installed water infrastructure, so many villagers now have plumbing, but there is no government water supply connected to provide running water. Because of this, people in the area must either buy water from tanker trucks that are often operated illegally, or obtain water from alternative methods. One of these methods involves accessing government-filled community water tanks. 4 villages in Mewat have assured water supply from the government. Another method is to install in-home water tanks, but that can cost 30 to 40,000 rupees, so not many can afford to have one. When people get desperate, they can even resort to stealing water from their neighbors. Access to fresh water depends on where you live. People in Gagas, near the hills, can pump water from the ground because it is fresh water. They're able to use this to their advantage because they can get a cheap water source and can use it also for irrigation. However, a short 2.5 kilometers away in Kahara, the water is too salty to drink, so they need to get it from a tanker truck. This can also make it harder to farm without the freshwater sources needed for irrigation, putting them at an economic disadvantage. Many villagers are still forced to obtain water in ways that are both unsustainable and unfair to the community.
Segal not only focuses on the issue of water poverty, but works to help community development in a broader sense as well. With that vision in mind, their mission is to strengthen community-led development initiatives to achieve positive social, economic, and environmental change across rural India. Segal works to empower women in particular to have a voice in their community. We had the privilege of meeting with a women's group from the Nagina block of Mewat, and we were able to hear about their involvement in the local governance and how that has enhanced their power to make meaningful changes for themselves and their community. Women need to be involved in this decision-making of the community in order to help develop the villages, and Segal has done a fantastic job in making this happen. The Segal Foundation has 2 main initiatives to increase groundwater supplies. The first is to build check dams to hold in monsoon rains and focus the groundwater recharge near the hills. The second is to take an innovative approach to rainwater harvesting in order to create a freshwater supply.
In 2012, the University of Iowa's IIHR Hydroscience and Engineering began partnering with the Segal Foundation to begin offering a project-based course on sustainable groundwater practices in the agricultural Mewat district. Since the beginning, students have spent 3 weeks in India completing various projects concerning water. Students have had the privilege to learn from the expertise that Segal has in the district of Mewat and to learn about the water sources and security through the work that Segal has done to develop the community already. Past projects have included carrying out infiltration measurements to estimate recharge, surveying pond storage behind check dams, and simulating daily pond water budgets. The University of Iowa has consistently made an impact on this community and has built a strong relationship with Mewat and the Segal Foundation.
This year, our team of 15 students, 3 graduate and 12 undergraduate, set out to continue to learn about the water situation in Mewat. We have sampled water to map out the salinity of the groundwater in the district to determine whether check dams add fresh water to the groundwater supply. We have also sampled water from the existing drinking water sources to determine whether the water contains harmful pathogens. We worked to construct monitoring wells at 2 government school rainwater harvesting sites to get a better understanding of the groundwater in various areas. We were so glad to have the opportunity to monitor Segal's very unique approach to storing fresh water in saline water areas to avoid the high cost of storage tanks. We've learned a lot from this experience, and we look forward to using our new knowledge in our respective fields. Lastly, we would like to thank the Sagal Foundation for hosting our group and providing us with the resources that we needed to have a successful trip. We felt so privileged to learn from your expertise, and we thank you again for this incredible experience.